What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access Entertainment. We are here on the Eazy-E street dedication in Compton. Joined, man, it's an honor and a privilege to have him back on Unique Access. Cli-N-Tel, DJ Cli-N-Tel, thank you for coming.
What's up, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Always
an
honor and a privilege. So, here for the Eazy-E street naming, Eazy Street. You were around since the beginning, before Ruthless, seeing everything grow and develop.
Yeah.
So, when you were first seeing Eazy, when he was first coming around, what stood out to you about Eazy-E?
I mean, you know, Eazy, first of all, was a friend of mine. And
like I said, before Ruthless.
Yeah, he was the kind of dude that had a sense of like the streets. He had some resiliency. And you know what? He was always like this type of dude that was thinking, you know, calculating. And you knew that even though he might not have been talking, but there was something going on in his head, right? He had a vision. And that's what was key to what defines like who Eazy-E was. And the spirit of that is here today. You know, the fact that all these folks came out, all these people came to honor him and his legacy, his family, and his friends, and all that, and his fans. It was just one of those things where Eazy was the type of person that you could say, if you were his friend, he was down for you. You know, he had your back.
Okay. And as that developed, since he was so observant and such a good businessman, as we saw from marketing, from picking singles, all the different things that happened with Ruthless, as you were around so much early in the game from the West Coast, what did you see about what Eazy did business-wise that was so different from the other business? I
mean, clearly he took it to another level. And, you know, he was able to, amass a movement, start a movement, get people behind him. Look, it's hard to manage people. And that many people. Plus, you add in the other factor of most of these people are from the streets. It's not like they don't have that professional savvy. They haven't gone through any kind of training, any kind of, school or organization to learn how to do these things. So to have that layer on top of the other stuff that he had to put together, he was a master at making sure that, people did what he wanted them to do. But also at the same time, helping them to understand why, these things were what they were. So as a business person, he used what we call street entrepreneurialism. And with that street entrepreneurialism, he was able to turn an idea into an entire movement worth multi-million dollars. Think about that for a moment. It's deep.
Yeah, and being from here, I'm from Maryland, so I didn't know anything about Compton. When I hear Eazy-Duz-It, I was like, I thought they were from LA. They're saying Compton, Michigan.
Yeah.
And then they got Above the Law from Pomona, University of South Central, all this stuff going on. As you started traveling and you started seeing the impact, what did you see out of LA? What was the significance of Compton as a word, as a brand, as a movement?
My question when I first saw people reciting the words, the lyrics word for word, was how in the hell do they even like understand, the streets that we walked on, the air we breathed, the stuff that we went through, the circumstances, the experiences. But you have to understand that rap is rhythmic American poetry, and it touches people in ways that you can't even imagine. So whether we were in Newark or in Baltimore or in Houston or in Detroit, there was a Compton everywhere. There was a hood everywhere. And that's what people related to, that understanding of what we went through in our neighborhood. They were able to take that and relate it to their neighborhoods as well.
Yeah, and Eazy famously was like a reluctant artist, but he was also a super popular artist.
Yeah.
So what was it about him in particular compared to just using Ren and Cube or even Dre, since Dre rapped a lot, that was so different about him as an artist?
That was the beauty of it. His was natural, right? And through like this sort of struggle between, do I want to be an artist or do I want to be the business executive? And then understanding like at the apex of that, it's what the people want. So I think what he was really about was understanding what the people wanted and giving it to them. So I think that's where he sort of made that decision to go, you know what, I'm gonna move out of just being the executive and move into being the artist, and I'm gonna embrace it. And man, the rest is history. This is what we got.
And speaking of embracing, the city of Compton has embraced Eazy-E with Eazy Street.
Absolutely.
So coming from the 80s till today and seeing this full circle moment, what do you think is the overall global and local significance of this happening?
Well, I know that everybody is in the moment right now. People are like family reunion and enjoying all of that, but this is an inflection point in hip hop. And to have an icon like Eazy, and I don't throw that word icon around loosely. I don't use it lightly, you know, because I'm a hip hop head. But to have this icon like Eazy-E, the honor with the street named after him, where people can drive down, where addresses are now formed from this, people see it on their mail, is something to see. And think about this, you have an individual who grew up right here, who probably first starting out had no idea, no clue that he would be honored in this way. And here it is today, man. It's almost like a surreal moment, you know, in a lot of ways, because we didn't start out thinking that, oh, maybe one day somebody from this crew, this camp that we know is going to get a street named after him. Maybe one day, you know, somebody's name is going to get on the Walk of Fame. Maybe one day, you know, we're going to be in the Hall of Fame. We didn't start out that way. We literally said, yo, how do we make money? How do we get girls? And how do we stay out of trouble? That was it. And as a result, though, this is what we got.
There it is, DJ Cli-N-Tel. Thanks so much for coming through.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Always
for all you do.
With you, and thank you.
Absolutely.
DJ Cli-N-Tel, Unique Access Entertainment. If you haven't already, also pick up his book. Amazing project as well.